gonna find. So when they popped up, I was actually genuinely surprised. The last thing I expected was that the mayor was kidnapped. That threw me for a loop. Does time fly when you roleplay? So I'm gonna say this. It actually feels like I've been on longer than I have, but not in a bad way. It's just because we're constantly busy, right? Because there's always stuff going on here. I'm gonna open up my door real quick while we wait, because it is warm in here. I still got the mayor with me here. If you're sitting in Mission Road to babysit Vic, you don't need to. We'll get there shortly, and I'll let him go when I get in there. He is really going through it. He is cycling those outfits.
Almost done.
Not a problem, Mayor. Miles, you gotta be 18-year-olds. You gotta be 18 or older to be on the server anyway.
Just checking to make sure everything's alright.
Yeah, everything's fine, son.
Alright, just making sure.
Yeah, no, don't, yeah. Y'all be on your way. Have a good one. Anybody on that theft of a motor vehicle call?
Car 32 headed that way.
Blasi, if you want a different job, yeah, you can be a different job. 100%. Hey, what up, Joey? How you doing?
Do for now. Something a little quieter. All right, Bubba.
A lot more under the radar on what you were wearing earlier, sir. Both the cyborg and the snazzy outfit from this morning.
Maybe this is payback for me investing in myself. You know, get back to my roots.
No, always bet on yourself, Mayor. Especially a man like you.
I appreciate that, Bubba.
I locked this damn thing, didn't I?
The mayor probably has a new bodyguard by now.
I'm still with the mayor. I don't know what this talking new bodyguard is.
I'll let Mr. Vic know that nobody cares about him.
I believe that Mr. Vic was just asking my officers if you had done it up and already got yourself a new bodyguard.
No.
That's what I told him. I said, I don't know what this new bodyguard nonsense is, but I'm with the mayor. But apparently it was Mr. Vic asking the question.
I'm gonna have to have a stern discussion with Mr. Vic about his actions today.
I'll read this in real quick.
There's just an ambulance right here.
Any EMTs aware of why this ambulance has been parked over here by... I guess I ought to hit the EMTs up. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, let them know.
Son, I'm going to call the EMTs real quick. If you could step away from the ambulance.
Oh, my bad.
Change my radio frequency.
Alright, well, you keep on letting the thing be thangin', brother. I like that. Good job, Bo.
Radio check. Any EMTs, EMS on duty right now? Hey, what, sir? I'm gonna come back to this problem later. "7277. It was there earlier. Just never. I expected it to despawn or something,
Officer
but
Barrow, I'm en route to Burger Shot. I'm also going to have a breakfast if that's okay with you.
riding like a madman. We're here, Mr. Mayor.
I will.
Would you like me to go get him?
If you wouldn't mind.
Not a problem, sir. I'll be right back. In fact, for your safety, I'm gonna lock this car. You don't need to be kidnapped twice in one day. You want to wait on in the front here?
Yeah, I'll take a seat in the reception.
I'll be right back with your boy. Ignore those. We leave those around all the time.
Roger, Chief. Joey Vick is still in custody downstairs at MRPD. You gotta go get some food for him and I, so we both don't starve.
I'm gonna be down there in about 4 seconds.
And for.
All right, Mr. Vick. The mayor is here to pick you up.
Alright.
Want to follow me out?
Yeah. Oh, what's that officer's name that brought me over here? I think he still has my phone.
You know
Oh my
what?
God.
Let me check my pockets real quick. I might have an extra. You want to wait for me before you go anywhere out there, Mr. Vick?
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
I do have an extra. I'll hand it to you when we get to the lobby. Now,
Alright, sounds good.
it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it once anyway, and I'm hoping I only have to say it once. You say you were doing a training exercise, son. I believe you.
Mhm.
But that mayor up there is a good man. He's a good friend of mine, all right? So if I catch you crossing him in any way, shape, or form, I'm gunning for your ass. Do you hear me?
Listen here, officer. I would never cross him. Even if it cost me my life, I would never cross that man.
Better make sure of that, son.
I would die before I cross that man. Oh, actually, do you know where that officer went? Because he was gonna get me food because I'm starving.
I just sent him away because I told him I'd be down there soon. I tell you what, I can give you a piece of bread or something, though. Hold you over.
Alright.
And come over here, I'll hand you the goods.
I knew you got out of that outfit. You kept complaining that it was chafing. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I put you in that outfit.
Can we go?
Alright. Little bread, little phone. There you go. Should hold you over. You need any water, son?
No, I'm good on water. I need my gun, but obviously I know you guys might want to keep that after this whole thing.
I'm not
I just have to
gonna.
make sure I can protect him.
Mayor, I'm gonna leave it. It's your call, but I do have an extra pistol I could hand him. It's not the same one he came in with, but it is one that he could take away from me.
It's fine.
Now,
There you go. There's a spare pistol for you.
Now I did warn the other officer that so basically when he put me in the cell and uncuffed me, he forgot to search me for my phone and my gun. So I did, facing away from him, I did brandish it to show that I still had a weapon on me. and then put it away without facing back at him, because I do not have any intention to kill anyone that is not harming Mr. Appleseed, because that is the primary person that I am trying to protect.
Understood. I'll ride his ass for that.
No, I will say this though, that is a good man right there, and he was trying his best to trust me in my training exercise, and he knew that I would not shoot him, and he was right. I wouldn't shoot him, but
There you go, sir.
I just want you guys to be more cautious about that, because stuff like that could cost a life.
Yeah, that is why I ride ass around here. We got to get on the ball with that kind of stuff.
Thank you so much for these donuts. I'm sorry I wasted you guys' time, but I'm proud that I know the city's being protected by a lot of great individuals.
Yep, understood. Mayor, you have my number if you need it.
Of course, Bubba. Thank you again. And sorry for all this today. It's a lot.
Not a problem, sir. Always have time for the mayor.
Of course. You boys have a good rest of your evening. Keep the streets safe.
Yeah, you
Thank
too,
you,
sir.
sir.
Vic.
Walker,
What the yes, sir.
got word you did not search the prisoner upon putting him in the jail cell?
Yes, sir. I failed his test. By trusting that it was Joey Vick, his bodyguard, I failed to search him.
So did you intentionally not search him, or was it something that slipped your mind?
It was intentional. I saw that it was Joey Vick when I masked him, and
All right.
then saw that it was the mayor.
Anytime we
kinda-
put someone in a cell, best to search them, but the fact that it was intentional says a lot, because at least that way it wasn't just something that you casually forgot, like, oops, I left a criminal with a gun in the jail cell, now he's shooting everybody. Like, if it was intentional, he shows you thought about it. That's good.
Yes, sir. He did a good job on his part, to say the least. He's a proper method actor.
Yeah, if we're believing that.
Hopefully, it doesn't happen again.
I gotta head into the burger shop. I just gave that guy my last food.
10-4.
You able to fire me, or I make a new character that looks the same with the same name? You should just be able to go to the job center. I can fire you though, Blasi. What's your name, real quick? What's your in-game name? Are you? You're not. Okay, you're Stefan. Okay. All units, I hope none of you were too attached to Stefan Worm. Due to his own request, he will be leaving the police force as of today.
Understood, sir.
Employee management, employee list. Oh no, my employee list is bugged. I'd have to. Fuck, I'd have to back out. I forgot about this. You should try going to the job center. If that doesn't work, I can just reset now. Disconnecting is a good idea if the server can randomly crash. Chief Police Bubba Law, maybe 10-7 for like 2 minutes. I should have priority to log back on immediately, so.
That 4 mucking you 10-7.
Yeah, I'll relog. I should be able to fire you when I log back in. This would normally be scary, but I have a prio queue, so it should immediately let me back in no matter what, basically. $60 of 64, and I know some of those slots are saved. I think people are still in queue. This is actually nuts. I thought we might peak at some point, maybe for like an hour or two, where we were full. I did not think we were going to be capped. Better part of the day like this. 4 months. Hey, Lighty the noob? I almost read that as Nighty the lube. I think it was 4 months. It's cool using the 10 codes. Yeah, we're really bad about 10 codes last week. Nobody worse than me, but I have the list pulled up in front of my face on another monitor, and I've been specifically looking at it, trying to make sure I'm square on all that. You do need to get whitelisted for the server. If you exclamation point remember, you get an application that will let you fill out a form. All right, now if I pull up my employee list. It's still frozen. Okay, Blasey, I am not gonna be able to fire you right now. Still locked up on me. I'm not sure what that is. Try to change jobs at the job center. If that doesn't work, I will message Vicken, and Vicken should just be able to fire you right away. Chief Police Bubba Law 10-8. For my police radio. You can return it here if you'd like.
Officer Monty, I'm up at here at the La Fuente Blanca 5024. Nothing crazy going on up here, but quite a few of the known criminals already have started meeting up here. Might want to just keep an eye on this place.
Have they spotted you yet, Monty?
Yes, they have. Only because I pulled in there because I got a report of an injured person, but the EMS was already there helping them. So I'm sitting outside now, but I was in there. Yes.
Try to stay out of sight. If we get somebody up there backing up with him, just keep an eye on the whole situation. But try to stay out of sight. Try to stay discreet.
I'm probably closest. I'll be 76 right now.
Can I help you boys with something?
Okay, we'll do. Sounds good.
Officer, I'm being stalked, officer.
Chief, do we have flight licenses issued out yet? Because there is I think that's a helicopter outside of the.
Yeah, he's
wait,
being
never mind.
threatened.
I'm
Well,
seeing-
one
Being
second. I'm
threatened
sorry.
stalks.
I got a lot of radio chatter. Come on with me. There are no such thing as a flight license as of right now. However, I'm 99.9 billion% sure that nobody actually owns an aviation vehicle. Keep an eye out. It might be a local. Just keep an eye on this guy.
10-4, Chief. Thank you.
All right. What are we
Monty,
reporting here?
you north or south of the location?
So I'm being stalked, officer. There's a guy following
I'm
me around in a black
right out
sports
front,
car
just like on
vehicle.
the west entrance of
He keeps like
5024.
following me around, and
I'm
then
gonna
I'm be-
stay in the south, probably high.
I'll be 10-7 for just a minute.
10-4.
Sorry, son. A lot of radio chatter today. All right. You're being stalked. Someone in a black sports vehicle.
yeah, somebody's black sports vehicle. They said they'd never forget. Then he like walked back to his car and like left, but he kept like following us from a distance.
You're saying it was a he, son?
Yes, sir. He has like a goatee. He wears like a black tracksuit, I think it is.
It's not a. What's your name, son?
My name's Jim Adler. You can call me Jimmy.
Jimmy Adler. Okay, you were in here earlier reporting the.
I was.
You were the burger shot victim or something similar to that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the guy who punched me earlier.
So you think the guy stalking you was the guy who decked you one earlier? Are we talking about?
Yeah.
We talking about Shave? We're talking about Shave DePill?
I can't remember his name. It might have been Shave DePel.
That was the one. He was with the bikini gal, right? Old lady.
Yeah. The old lady. Yeah.
Yeah. So you think Shave DePill is stalking you?
Yeah, I believe he's stalking me, sir. He was following me around in a vehicle. Then he got out of his vehicle and I parked at the hospital and said he never forgets.
See, that's what you remember when I told you down. I told you you're gonna be a witness, and I warned you a few times, like, hey, they're gonna be able to see your face if you do this, right?
Yeah. I know.
All right, I will
make a report.
I will get this filed. I'll get this in the books. Keep my men eyes out on them. Do you want to make an official stalker complaint here? We can maybe get a restraining order going.
Oh yeah, if we could.
All right, I'll see what I can do about getting the paperwork on that one.
All right, thank you. Should I just wait here, officer, or am I good to go?
Yeah, you're free to go, son. If anything, remember you can always text to the 911 number.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
You have a good day out there. Oh, I turned my radio off. I'm like, why can't I use my radio? But I literally turn it off.
Send it.
Police Chief 10-8.
10-4.
What was that call for?
Chief, we had one Otaku Oscar and a Shave DePel pull out, and one of them believes to have an actual EMS ambulance.
You think one of these two gentlemen stole an EMS ambulance? Is that what I'm hearing?
I need to corroborate with Officer Barrow, but I believe we did have an ambulance stolen on one of his calls.
All right, so I was just about to call you guys about Shave DePel. He's not necessarily being charged or anything. However, I did just get complaint from one of the EMS for stalking, and they had identified Mr. Shave DePel as the stalker. Stalking them is the same one who came in and filed the report on Mr. Shave earlier for the incident at Burger Shot.
was recently up at La Fuente. I'm gonna turn around and see if he's still up there. Do I need to bring him in or just ask him some questions?
No, if anything, just give him a stern warning to stay the hell away from that EMT he's been stalking. If he plays dumb, tell him we all know exactly what he's talking about, and he'll be in a lot of trouble.
I will do.
Sir, are we still on call for that orange motorcycle?
I'm gonna assume that vehicle is long gone.
10-4. Pulling off from the plant, they're gonna resume patrol.
Runner, just to touch base, you're talking about the ambulance stolen by the shirtless man?
Correct. Was the ambulance reacquired?
Yes, that was returned.
So that looks like the only time an ambulance would have been stolen, so you may be having some internal struggles. And there appears to be a tip-off from social media about La Fuente.
Did we disperse that area, or were we still watching it?
I'm still watching. I've come back to the city, but I'm still watching the freeway.
Definitely keep an eye on that whole zone up there. If there's a lot of criminals gathering up in one place, in my history, it never means anything good.
It seems I'm here now, Chief. I'm actually on the property, and it looks like most of them have fled the area. I saw 2 vehicles leave, and there's nobody standing up here now.
Must have caught wind of us or something. Hey, we're looking for that 4-door van that just got the reckless driving call. That thing is stolen. I'm actually after that right now.
I got some pulled over from La Fuente, I believe. They just ran a red light.
Chief, Officer Burrow, are you there? I am heading back to the station right now.
Was that a call for Officer De Guerra?
Harold?
When the vehicles were pulling out of La Fuente, I heard one of them say we have a second location, but that's all I could make out. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if anyone else knows about any other places where the criminals have been meeting up.
I don't have a second location on file, but it definitely means keep your eyes peeled. My guess is that they kind of sniffed out that the police were looking around a little too much in that area, and they decided to make their way somewhere else.
I'm thinking maybe Bahama Mamas. I heard there was a party going off there.
You got a source for this, son?
Mechanic I talked to.
Roger that. Again, if you're going to go check out, you're going to go scope out the Bahama Mamas, be very, very discreet about it.
Copy that.
Lights off. Better off if they don't know we're in the neighborhood. I think they are, after that whole Grove Street thing last week, I think the criminals are a lot more keen to keep an eye out for police nearby.
Copy that, Chief.
Whew. Reckless driving like crazy.
Oh, Saw, is that the captain?
Oh, son of a bit.
Saw,
Chad, is that you?
It is. I can't get over to you, dude. But like, hey.
These bushes are mighty crazy for people who are stoned out of their minds, son. They might not be able to figure out walking through them.
That's a good point. And like, my legs are still kind of jello from all the drugs I took today.
Son, you want to go into detail about these drugs, but chance any of them still on you, maybe?
No, sir. Of course I don't have any on me. Who said I was on drugs?
Son, you just said you were on drugs just now.
Oh, you're crazy.
Son, you finding your way around the city all right today? How long you been in town?
I just woke up like 5 minutes ago, dude. And honestly, I was trying to like figure out, gotta get my driver's license, gotta pick up my taxi cab. That's the whole ordeal, my dude.
Yeah, son, good luck with all that. How far, do you know where the taxi, not the taxi, excuse me. Do you know where to pick up your driver's license at, son?
Pretty sure it's, that way a bunch.
Let me have a look-see here real quick. Son, I tell you what, it's not that far, but if you want to come around here and get in my car, I might buzz you down there.
All right, I'll be right over there. Oh, so smooth, dude.
Hey, forgive me, I locked it.
Oh.
And maybe don't break the windows out of my car, son. I know the drugs are getting up there, but...
I don't know what happened, dude. The window just shattered in front of me, my guy.
Now, typically, I'm not keen on being a taxi service myself, and typically I'm not keen on your kind of people. But you know what, son? I'm going to ask you a favor in return for a favor, you know what I mean?
Okay, what's going on, dude?
There has been a lot, and I mean a lot, of suspicious activity in this city lately, son. And I know you being a taxi guy, and you kind of, I heard, caught wind you were poking your nose around in business where it maybe didn't belong last week.
Workers, Dr. Hambino. He says he thinks he
With that line,
with
with that nature of what you do, if you just happen to catch wind of anything, son, you either come directly down to the police station, report it yourself, or you text the 911 number. Anything suspicious, you let us know, son. That would do me a great service.
Oh, of course, my dude. You're like one of the nicest guys I know. I'll do anything for you.
Yeah, son, the feeling is not mutual, but here it is. If you just want to go up there, you get your driver's license up at that little yellow thing. You got money, son. It takes $750.
Oh, I'll figure out a way to get some money, dude.
There's a gas station just across the street.
Sounds good, my guy. Well, thank you for the ride.
Chief.
Officer.
How are you doing tonight? I need a lift back to the station.
Don't tell
the
Chief said lights off.
You wouldn't be too kind.
Hop in, son.
Oh, really?
How's tonight been, officer?
Hold on one sec. Can I help you out there, son? You in the green jacket? James Bond, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just passed my driver's test, so I'm a little excited. Now I'm trying to figure out where I go next.
Yeah, son, you might want to acquire yourself a car, I'd imagine.
Yeah, would you happen to know where the dealership is, sir?
I actually just came from, I think it's Carlos' place, what I've been told. Let me open up my map.
Is Carlos even in town, sir?
No, I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure he leaves it open. You can still buy cars.
Gotcha.
If you look on your GPS, son, it's one of those white car locations. Anything with a white car on your GPS, you'll see it. I'm gonna leave y'all to it then. Alright, forgive me, officer. I've been cycling through a lot of names today. We got a lot of new recruits. And I know you're not a new recruit, but what is your name, son?
Darius Warren.
Darius, good to see you again.
Yes. How you doing?
Been a crazy day, Darius. Glad to have you on tonight.
It's good to be back, sir. Me and the wife were at the Poconos for the weekend. That's the reason why I didn't get my license recently.
Oh yeah, you be trying to poke her nose. I know what you mean there, son. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I did poke in those.
All right, we've got a situation now down by Bahama Mamas. You got a car here?
No, I don't, but I could probably go get it picked up. I'm pretty sure.
You got a car at the impound?
Yes, I do. I'm pretty sure I do. I may or may have left it out. No, wait. Yeah, I definitely left it out.
Positive?
Positive.
All right, I'll take you down to the impound and get your vehicle. Oh, son!
Whoa! I flexed my F muscle on accident.
Happens to the best of us. Gotta be careful with that. I could have been going 70 down the highway by the time you stepped out of that car.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so we got a bit of a situation. Looks like the criminals are meeting up for a lot of various criminal activity. And we sniffed them out at one location, and they went and ran to another, but we might have found it. It's down at the Bahama Mamas. I think I'm going to respond to that ASAP.
Gotcha. Definitely need to go and investigate. Is that Otaku Oscar causing any trouble?
He might be at the core of all this one. It's hard to say.
Definitely need to go look into that one. All right, see you, Chief.
Yeah, good luck out there. All right, Chief Police, we're scoping out Bahama Mamas. Did we say it was very suspect? Ooh, bird's getting on. Yeah, see that? That's T-money. Now, Bubba actually knows where Bahama Mamas is. I have forgotten completely. But I definitely took the boys to it. Where, you guys remember that? Where was this at? It was on this side of town, surely. The liquor store. Where was Bahama Mamas at, chat? Weed guy. Chad, we're coming up empty. Taking it one more time. Are we scouting the Bahama Mama's location still, or is it empty?
It's empty.
10-4.
Hey, what's going on?
Police, there's a taxi inside the hospital.
They're fucking what?
There's a taxi inside the hospital.
I'm on my way. I'm right down the road.
He stole a taxi. He's leaving the hospital.
Okay, keep an eye. Which way is he heading, son?
In north of the hospital.
All right, I think I'm on his ass.
All right, then he went, I believe, left.
He's underneath. He turned around on the highway. He's heading back. Not gonna have visual for the most part. Westbound Del Perro Freeway. Where he's heading. He's way out in front of me. Looks like he's taking a left up here. Barely can see him. No, I think he U-turned actually. He's coming back at me. He's heading up the exit on the left-hand side.
You said he's in a taxi cab?
He just drove right back by a pillbox again. And he's back on the freeway.
And Officer Bear are in pursuit.
Back on Del Perro. Oh my god, they know it gets confusing here. I think I took the wrong path. I've lost visual. Oh, I've regained visual. They just jumped. They just took a ramp. They just took a ramp down to behind Mission Row. They're over by the train tracks. They're heading up. They're right next to Mission Row. Looks like they're heading up on oh, I can't make Integrity Way. I'm not falling on that jump. They're crazy for that. I've completely lost visual if anyone's in that area.
Where's this last location?
Looked like they were damn near right behind Mission Row. It was the train tracks back. They were heading up Integrity Way from the canal.
Chief, is that you next to us?
You guys need backup?
I've lost complete visual on them. How about Chad thinks you're the best? Yeah. The idea of Chad really liking the Chief and the Chief hating Chad is,
What kind of car are we looking for?
I like that. Taxi.
Oh, still taxi? Gotcha.
I gotta fuel up.
Does anyone have a visual or last known location?
I was the last one to see him head up Integrity Way, but they took a crazy jump and I could not follow them. Oh wait, I think I see him. Hold up. I'm heading southbound on Power Street. I think I'm right behind him.
Jesus Christ, the locals here, man.
Pull it over.
Oh my.
Go. This might not be the same taxi. I'm gonna test the situation. Go ahead and turn the car off for me.
All right. How would one go about doing that?
All right. So you got a muscle next to your one muscle. Smack that.
Okay.
Should get a whole list on your GPS menu there. Yeah, I don't think this is the same taxi.
I think I might have made my two muscle do something else. But I'm
Not the two muscle, son. The other.
The other.
The other side of the one key.
Oh, the tail dash muscle.
Oh. Got it. Hello, officer.
Hey, son, how you doing?
I'm good. How's it going?
Son, I'm taking a look at this front of your car
You all
here.
see this other reckless driving call? take it.
Yeah, local hit it just now.
Yeah, literally right before you pulled behind us, some crazy local came up and
Yeah.
smashed my front headlight.
1 second, son. Are we aware? Do we have a name or a description of the taxi thief?
I got
Got two motorcycles.
GoPro footage
Pulling over the second one.
for insurance purposes.
Ah, thanks.
Okay, son, we're keeping an eye out. There's a very malicious taxi going on here. They just took a crazy ramp. They've been stealing, so keep an eye on your taxi. If you get out of it, make sure you lock it. They do like stealing these taxi cab cars. Just be safe out there and get this front bumper go ahead and fixed as soon as you can.
Oh yeah, that
Gotcha, thank
local
you.
really did a number on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all have a good night out there. Be safe.
Hope you find him.
That reckless driving's probably our guy.
I got the other reckless driver, the bike here.
I'm nowhere near that reckless driving taxi.
Okay, so I just came across Tony and Oscar. It looks like they're headed to Grove Street. I think they might have been in that meeting you're looking at before.
Did they see you?
They did, but they just told me willingly. I didn't even like interrogate him or anything.
Hey, I have one Giannis Pacino. This guy on a motorcycle. I pulled up for reckless driving. Is he connected to any of this?
Run his plates. I would do that.
Excuse me, sir. There.
You there, son?
Y'all got this one? I stopped because I thought he might be running, but if y'all got it taken care of, I might help.
Elsewhere. Okay. Otaku was definitely up there at La Fuente. I don't know about Tony, but Oscar was there definitely.
I got the taxi on me.
It's Mr. Oscar and Mr. Botticelli. Mr. Baloney, sorry.
Officer.
Pull it over. I'm gonna need backup here at 7101.
What is going on?
Turn the car off. Roger that. Scratch that. Disregard. This might not be our people.
Yeah, just kind of getting a ride right now. I don't know what's going on.
Is there a problem, officer?
Anybody know which muscle to flex to switch seats?
Hilda right next to the one key there, son. Sorry, sir. We're just we're warning all taxi drivers right now about there's a very dangerous man out there who keeps not kidnapping, excuse me, pardon me, keeps stealing taxi cab cars, taking them joyriding, all right? So I just want to let you know, make sure if you ever have to get out of your car for any reason to go ahead and lock it, because there is a taxi burglar out on the loose.
Who would do that?
If you see or hear anything, feel free to text us at the 911 number. We'll receive that. Any tip-offs would be appreciated.
All right.
Whatever
Alright,
you do,
thank you, officer.
Yeah, just be safe out there, all right? Y'all be on your way.
Well, I'll keep my eyes
Okay, so
peeled
I'm
now.
gonna stalk like around Grove Street, but I don't want to spook them or anything like that.
Yeah, be careful down there. Shot in the dark here. Anybody seen a Mr. Freddie West lately?
Negative.
Yeah, it should be good. Sir, that's not necessary. You know why,
Currently have what I believe to be Mr. Freddie West car over here parked. I think I'm just gonna impound it.
Hey, I've got a gentleman by the name of Ritsu here. Says he talked to an officer saying that he could go to the DMV tomorrow. Does anyone know about that?
Is that the lawyer guy?
Checking.
Oh, I don't know the.
You want to take care of this one? I kind of want to watch the fireworks. Yeah, you're good, Montgomery.
What am I hearing? Yeah, what the hell was that? I got. They told me the M key would be more stuff, but M key ain't doing shit. Got a lockpick. Oh, it's out of gas. He left it here because it's dead. Look at the fuel. You know, done ran out of gas. You make it down to Grove Street, son. Any commotion over there?
I see an ambulance here.
That is a negative. He is not a lawyer.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure who that is. They need a license till tomorrow. I know for some people, the driver's license school was closed, making that a bit of an issue, but if they don't have a license, they still should not be driving regardless. You gonna do me a favor, son? Give me the area code down there by Grove Street. I might want to come investigate this one myself. Yeah, where's Grove Street at? I didn't play San Andreas enough for this. Poor neighborhood, but like where? Got its own. It's a cul-de-sac. $9,000. Grove Street. Good call.
Gonna be 10-7 for a second. I'm helping a gentleman get to the gas station.
Not Freddie West, is it?
Yes, sir.
I gotta stop at a gas station or my car's gonna start shooting shit here in a minute.
8-4 gonna be responding to that discharge of firearm.
Foolish and everything in 42 months, bud. Appreciate it, Ghoul. Ooh, this car is sucking me dry. I want to check and see where that discharge of firearms at. Might be down here by Grove Street where I'm heading.
Pulling out of Grove Street.
Are they on the move?
Nah, mate. I had a little too much on the Z muscle.
Really need an ATM, but I don't want to pull up Mid Grove Street hot.
So was that shot fired? Are we disregarding that shots fired then?
Well, all my tires are flat.
Son, did they pop your tires with you in it?
Not with me in it. They definitely popped my tires.
That was down by Grove Street.
here now, just driving around checking things out. I'm at 9112 currently.
Who is this?
I can assure you they were definitely meeting about something.
Oh, good. I was just calling you guys.
Definitely
hey,
real
there's a
sketchy.
dead officer over here.
Hey, we got an officer down. Hello? No, we don't.
Oh wait, he's up now.
I'm perfectly fine. I was just in my mind. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see.
Oh, is there there's an audience now?
Who was driving that? Who was driving that cab?
Oh, I need to get some gas from
Sorry,
my
this gentleman,
taxi.
sir.
How can I buy a jerry can?
We
Oh.
are we're without tow trucks right now, so I offered him a tow courtesy of my vehicle.
Jerry can, son. You come over here, and then once you fill a car up, and then once a car is filled up, you can hit it again.
Okay, so
In ATM.
You guys good on this shots fired?
I'm down here now. I think the report came right by where the officer's vehicle was parked. I think they shot out his tires, but I'm driving around here now. I don't see anybody on the streets or anything.
Yeah, same
Sign of a. You're not seeing any sign of a police car there, Montgomery?
My taxi.
The officer was down here, but he left and said that his tires had been popped, and it was right where they were shooting. I think they shot out his tires, but he left. I don't know where he went, and I don't see anybody else down here.
do you by chance have any spares on here?
Any spare what, son?
Jerry can?
So they left Grove Street.
Let me see if I can.
Buy
Car number 84 will be responding to that.
You know what? It's not letting me buy one either.
Oh, I see.
I know last week when I tried this, once I filled it up, it gave me a jerry can option right afterwards. I don't know if you have to purchase one at an ammunition or a store or something.
Down here, I'm not sure
Oh, I see.
what's going on.
Yeah, could I get a ride to the nearest one? If you wouldn't mind.
Run that by the other officer, see if he'll take you. I'm investigating something right now.
Sir, I need a little push straight into the gas pump. For some reason, it's not letting me do it.
Son, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, what's up?
You doing all right? Everything okay?
Yeah, I got everything all figured out. I'm good.
All right. You ain't heard any chatter or any wrongdoings around town, have you?
I have not heard anything, but I just woke up from a nap, so.
Ah, gotcha. All right, keep an ear out, son. It's dangerous out there today.
I will. You have a good evening. God bless.
Just push me right into that pump.
I know there's a gas station by Grove. I intentionally didn't go there. I don't want to make the block hot.
Is that cheaper than
Anybody
gas?
copy that?
Gas will probably run you about $80, but this will also repair your vehicle.
All right, my guess on the tire shooting is that we are on their ass, and they are trying to do something. They are not fond of us messing up their bag. I think we're making ourselves too noticeable.
You get the identity of the officer whose tires were shot?
Hold on. Did anybody copy me? I'm at 9110, and the meeting is going on down here.
Whoa, no, Jeb. Sorry about that.
It was my tires that got shot.
Did not hear that the first time. You said 911 what?
Yeah, 9110. They have not spotted me yet. They're meeting in the parking lot. 9110. There's an EMS person here with them as well. I believe he's in on it, and then it looks like several other criminals are standing around.
All right, do not tip off the EMS to this.
Where is this located?
For the third time?
9110. I have visual on them right now. Currently, they're just standing around talking around a couple of vehicles, a motorcycle, but they have not spotted me over here yet.
No lights, no sirens when you come in, boys. Do you see what they're doing, or you just see there's an EMT down there?
They're standing around in a circle. They have an ambulance parked here, and they're all just standing around talking to each other, but it's pretty close to where that last shooting took place.
Sirens off. Who did I just say that to? I can hear your sirens in the vicinity.
They're dispersing. They heard the sirens. They're leaving.
Who the fuck left their sirens on, goddammit?
It's Tony and Oscar and a bunch of others. They heard the sirens. They're leaving.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong. We can't get their ass for nothing.
I'm currently in pursuit of, looks like Tony. He's on a motor.
I see another motorcycle. I'm going after him.
Driving down on the railroad tracks now.
Fucking I want to ask you, and I think it's this car in front of me.
They got an advantage down down here on the motorcycle. I think they're gonna lose me. They're gonna lose me.
Second
down here.
motorcycle's in this parking lot.
I have visual again.
I don't know who I'm following. Oh, they're underneath this bridge over here. We're over McDonald Street.
He's moving.
Heading eastbound on McDonald Street. That motorcycle is flying. Good lord, they got rid of the cars, but them bikes are something else. He took a left up here.
32, I got your primary.
Eastbound James Street. I'm not gonna be able to keep track of these. Looked like he turned around on us. He's heading back the other way, coming up the way he came. Heading towards the river now. Looks like he's at
Did you see where they turned?
He's still on James Street.
Oh man,
Houston, I got him. Go left, east on El Rancho.
I think I might be creeping up on him here.
See that?
Go heading east.
Found him. He's over here in the apartments.
The hills.
Pull over, you son of a bitch!
On response.
Hey, what do we do about bikes?
good over there?
If we ram him, we'll probably kill him.
Yeah, attempt to go for the tires. Do not hit the person, but get their tires out. He's back on the road here. He's flying westbound Dutch. Oh, he crashed himself. Get on that bike.
He's not getting back on that.
Hands up, son.
You can't get on it because you just crashed into it anyways.
Hands up, son.
That was the plan.
This
There's
is
a guy who
Officer
spotted me
Monty.
here.
We
Wrong
have
cul-de-sac.
Tony. We have Oscar. Oscar is down. We do need EMS. Tony has a
Weapon?
Oh.
Location.
Monty?
We need
We got shots fired. Shots fired. We have a criminal down. Shots fired.
You got this, Chief?
Local just went.
Yeah, I'll take care of this. Get over there. Oh, your boys are angry today, aren't they? Can you hear me, son?
9350.
Yes,
I said.
officer.
9350. 9350.
All right, you're coming with me. We're going for a little ride.
Police were trying to take this man named Lance to the hospital, and some person.
All right, watch your
just
head,
in a
son.
Sports car.
Police chief back on. I'm going to try to meet you guys there. We still have a central location.
9350. 9350.
So bad at finding these. 93. Oh, it's 91. Going the wrong way. 92. 20, 30, 40. Right here. You want to tell me anything about your boys before we get here?
I don't know what you're talking about, officer.
Not a clue, not a single lick of an idea why you may be evading the police on that motorcycle of yours, son?
No, officer.
Get a name, son?
It's Giannis
Giannis what?
Ochino.
Giannis de Muchino?
Ochino.
Giannis Ochino. Got it. I'm coming in now. Anything I need to know? Heard news of a shootout up here.
Yeah, Tony's trying to cut a deal with us right now. He said we have a rat within the police
Department, and he's willing to give up that name if we're wanting to go lenient on him.
If he's got good evidence, I'm here for it. I'm sitting at oh, I'm at 9250. I'm dumb. Hold up. Damn it, chat. Thought I was at 93.
Will I be safe if you're bringing me to a scene of a shootout?
Son, I promise you I'll keep you a safe distance away. It looks like the officers at the place have already handled it. I'm just checking to make sure my boys are good. And talk to me about what you boys were doing down there.
We were just having a chat in the parking lot.
You want to talk about where everybody took off all at once? Just over a chat?
Somebody received a text message saying scatter.
Now, if you boys were just down there having a chat and hadn't done nothing wrong and weren't gonna do nothing wrong, I wonder why you would need to scatter for.
I mean, if someone texts you saying the cops are coming, wouldn't you freak out?
No, sir, I don't do anything illegal. I wouldn't be worried about the cops coming for me at all, because I ain't done nothing wrong. I obey the laws, son. What about you?
I have not broken one law.
Oh, they're up there on the hill, son. You ain't broken one law, son. You were resisting arrest. That was the most reckless driving I've ever seen out there, and I highly doubt you own that motorcycle back there.
How was I knowing that you were coming after me?
Apparently, son, you got the text message saying scatter and you ran anyway. You done self-admitted already.
I mean, I didn't get the text message.
Yet you scattered. Hang out here, son. Be safe.
There were shots fired. Listen, there were shots fired down by Grove Street. Okay, so there were some officers in the area checking it out. We happened to see a bunch.
There were officers in the area. What do you mean incorrect? There were cops sitting there listening to our conversation for no reason. That's what happened.
That's when we dispersed. When we heard when we saw police officers eavesdropping on us, we heard one of them radio something over. We went looking for him because we didn't know who the fuck was spying on us and eavesdropping on us. Once we saw that there was a police officer in the vicinity, that's when we left to the supermarket.
Hey dummies, hey dummies. I hate to break it to you, but your boy in the back of my cruiser there already said you got tipped off via text message that police officers were around, and that's why you took off.
At the supermarket, yes. That's
You've already been ratted out, fellas. It's done. It's done too late for that now.
Question, though. How the fuck did we know that?
How did you know what, son?
Who tipped us off? That's what I'm telling you. We got information. You got a rat in your fucking police force or something.
And furthermore, we knew that cops were tailing us. One, why were we being tailed? Did we even do anything? Why were we even being watched in the first place?
Son.
So if we knew we were being watched, then yeah, we're just gonna disperse and meet somewhere else. Because
every 2 seconds we're sitting there minding our own business in front of a fucking goddamn grocery store. We got 3 cops in our ass and around the corner.
Son.
In our mouths.
Hey, son. If you're not breaking the law, you got nothing to worry about. You hear me?
Hold on. What kind of fucking 1985 shit is this? You guys just sit here and just listen to people's conversations?
Son. We try to crack down on crime in these streets, and we've been hearing a lot of whispers about crime going on. Now, if we investigate and a bunch of would-be criminals suddenly disperse, yeah, it's going to be our business.
Okay, so what would-be crimes are you suspecting Tony and I of? I'd love to know.
So here's the thing, son. We don't know. We didn't have anything down. Y'all gave us a reason when y'all decided to evade recklessly the instant that y'all caught wind that cops were even in the vicinity.
But that doesn't make any sense.
What you just said
don't make any sense. Why was he tailing us in the first place?
We had a cop eavesdropping on us, and then as soon as we drove away from the supermarket, this cop recklessly driving and slamming into the middle of the road, chasing us down.
That is not true. The second you left the supermarket,
you were not the first cop there.
I was the first cop there.
You were the first cop chasing behind us with no lights on?
I had my lights on. I pulled into the supermarket with my lights on, and I said, "Everybody stop and go."
No one heard you say shit.
All right. That was a different officer then. There was another officer that was near that exact area who chased us with his lights off. Because by the time you pulled into the police station, by the time we left that supermarket, we didn't see any police car in the parking lot. So that was not us that you were talking to.
I can tell you which cop it was fucking listening on our conversation for whatever reason. I'd love to know which one of you, or why, whichever one of you it was doing that in the first place.
Son, all right,
after you
Tony.
Us over for reckless driving.
Tony, Otaku. We were all here last week, all right? We all understand that there was some stuff going down on Grove Street led to what is known to this day as the gas station incident. Now, when we hear extremely similar whispers this week, and we react in an extremely similar way than we did, we have gotten ourselves an extremely similar outcome. Here's the deal, boys. We heard whispers that there was going to be danger. We heard whispers that there was going to be crime, and we were prepared for that.
You're letting my brother over there starve to death, by the way.
You boys...
No, I let him eat a sandwich.
None of you boys were in any trouble until y'all decided to freak out and drive away like crazy madmen from a location when apparently y'all weren't even breaking the law, so I'm not sure why you would choose. I'm not sure why you would choose after deciding that you weren't breaking the law and that you were fine. I'm not sure why you would choose to begin breaking the law the second you heard officers were nearby. It makes no damn sense to me, son.
So here's the thing. Driving away from the supermarket was not breaking the law. We heard that officers were near us, eavesdropping on us. Who the fuck wants to be eavesdropped on? Nobody. We're talking about things that are private to us. Of course we don't want people looking in on that shit, so we left. That's when a random cop with no lights came on, fucking speeding down the goddamn street chasing us.
And did you take off and attempt to run from the cop? Yes! Breaking the law, son. Book him.
What are you talking about? And you're still not even worried about the cocksucker that's in your fucking unit telling us.
He's so mad. I can hear him from like 10 feet away. Son, you still doing all right back there?
Yes, Chief.
Who took the vehicle that was on the side of the road? That was my police car.
Chief, what do we want to do about this, Chief?
Chief,
Look up the laws, get him on reckless driving, get him on. How'd you end up arresting him?
Which one of you gentlemen?
So
the police car.
They crashed their motorcycle right here, and
9350.
we were able to catch up to them.
Were they running away on foot?
Number 32. That was my.
They didn't have a chance. Oscar was injured. The EMS had to revive him.
Bring him in. Bring him in for reckless driving. Bring it in to check the law on this. Double check it. But there is definitely laws in there for evading the situation and evading police order and things like that. Bring him in on those charges. If Tony wants to give us the rat, let Tony give us the rat. In fact, come over here with me real quick.
Every time. Never fails.
I'm not gonna hold you, sir. We really can't get them for a whole lot unless you want to scan the plates on that motorcycle. It's probably gonna come up stolen, so go ahead and hold that one over their head. I don't really care about jailing them for a long amount of time. I want to know who this rat is. So if we can maybe threaten the idea of putting them away for a while, giving them hefty fines, but if they talk, tell them you're gonna cut almost all of it away. And then if they do talk, if they give us the rat, if they maybe tell us a little bit about what was going on down there, maybe, I doubt we'll get that out of them. If all that happens, give him a very nice slap on the wrist for a fine, just something very light, and then let him go. Don't even give him the jail time. But I am interested in this rat Tony's talking about.
And here's the thing too, Chief. That's twice now that I've pulled up and all of these criminals have been standing around talking to each other. There's been an EMS worker there with an ambulance with them both times. I mean, I think there might be a cop in on it, but there's definitely an EMS worker in.
At this point, now that that's happened twice, I believe that. Would you be able to identify the EMS worker or maybe the number of the ambulance?
They were pretty far away. I mean, I think he was wearing checkered shoes, I think, but I'm not positive.
Oh, they all got to wear checkered shoes, part of the uniform. But we'll keep an eye out.
Do we have any read on who may be the rat in?
No, son, we'll worry about that one.
This is Officer Monty. Do we have both Tony and Oscar en route to the station?
Worry about that later then.
Oscar, getting there as soon as I can.
Sir, sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, it can also access
the inside of my brain as well.
All right.
Tony,
does someone have Tony? Where's Tony?
This is Officer Runner. I have him at this police station right now.
Drop them both off. If you were directly involved, hang out in Mission Row. But if you are not like the primary source of information, go ahead and get back out on patrol as soon as possible. All right, son. Sorry about the wait. Your friends were being rather difficult with me.
Officer, you asked earlier why we were spooked right from the message.
Yes, sir, I did.
We had a cop eavesdropping.
By the way, son, hold up, son. Before we go any further, just for clarity's sake, you are under arrest. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against the court of law. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. All right. If you're aware of that, you keep talking to me.
All right. I mean, I have a picture of the one cop.
Make sure they're Mirandized and searched, by the way. You have a picture of the cop, son?
Yeah, he was eavesdropping on us near the canals. That's why we were so spooked when we got the one message saying We needed to scatter because the police were coming after us.
Make sure you take their phones away ASAP if you haven't. They're going to communicate that way. Son, you know eavesdropping isn't necessarily a crime, especially when a police officer suspects criminal activity. You know eavesdrop is not exactly illegal, son.
I'm not saying it's illegal, but you can understand why we would be spooked, right?
No, here's the thing, son. I can understand why you would get in your car and attempt to drive away. What I do not understand is why we would drive away recklessly and all crazy like that. Especially you, son. You were flying out there on that motorcycle. What, you hit 120 on that thing in town?
I was not going 120.
No, I'm just guessing, son. You can be open with me or whatever. I'm trying to get a rough idea because you look like you were just roaring it down there.
The highest I went was like 60.
Omega's chat's interesting. I'm just going to say it from the way they're talking. I fully expect that Omega and Matt are either A, pissed that cops are so on their ass, or B, genuinely believe someone's stream sniping. From the way they're talking. Son, you were not going no 60. You were booking it. So I'm going to pull you out of that car here in a second. I'm going to search you. Just be ready for that. Lots of ACA in Grand Theft Auto. All right. But yeah, I mean, this is normal, by the way. It's very usual for cops to catch the heat when their favorite streamer gets from people when their favorite streamer gets caught. Watch your head, son. I'm gonna search you real quick. Go ahead and spread your legs for me. Son, you got 14 cannabis here on you. Where did this come from?
It's for personal use, officer.
Right, but you got 14 of them, son. That's well over the any legal medical limit we would have in city.
What is the legal limit for future reference?
You know, we emailed out a law book, but I'm actually gonna have to check that one myself. I just know whatever it is, you're breaking it. Don't worry, I'll double check if we're gonna find you anything, but I promise you are over it right now. All right, son, I have removed your phone. Remind me to give it back to you before you leave. And really, no guns or nothing, son. Kind of surprised.
No, officer. No license for firearms, so I do not own a gun.
Right. Good thinking on that one, being safe.
I don't know why you guys can. I don't know. Why do you think someone was eavesdropping? I don't know who was
we
eavesdropping.
literally saw him.
Jeb, this gentleman here claims to have a picture of said eavesdropping officer. I think that'll help a lot with this situation.
Officer Monty, thank you.
Officer Monty, are you there? Over. Yeah, this is Officer
All right, son, please face away from the wall. I'm gonna uncuff you.
That I can't. I didn't get the gentleman's name, but he's a car dealership owner. He's looking for you.
I just want to make that clear. We literally just
Freddie
started
West?
getting chased out of nowhere by a random fucking maniac
Freddie West.
off his fucking meds that y'all just let in the police
Okay,
force
well,
for no
Freddie
reason.
West is gonna have to wait.
All right, son, you're free to move about the cell.
Okay, my fucking attorney is upstairs apparently. I would really like my attorney.
Yeah, last time I fell for that one, son, I heard some bad stuff went down.
Excuse me.
Well, that was because somebody said that he was his attorney and you believed him for no reason. We never said that there wasn't an actual attorney here, but there is actually an attorney that
Mark Matlock, my fucking attorney, is upstairs.
Oh, that's that gentleman that I caught driving a car without a license earlier today. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna go real well.
Okay, I don't know what his driver's license has anything to do with his bar.
He was driving a car that it wasn't his.
Because one of your officers unlawfully took his license and ripped
Actually,
it
yeah, I
up.
forgot about that. Your fucking cocksucking officers took his license, ripped it up in front of him.
And then gave him $150 to get a new
Walker
one, despite
runner.
the fact that a
Walker
new
runner.
license costs $750.
Tell you what,
Walker
you
runner
boys,
ripped up
you
his license
boys
in
will
front of him.
find any excuse in the book to break the law, won't you?
What are you talking about?
This is insane.
This is fucking crap. Dude, I thought I was a drug dealer or something. You're the one.
You guys have cops legitimately breaking the fucking law to try to catch people doing what
Oh, wait,
exactly?
Son.
you the one chasing us? Were you
Son.
the one who got dragged into the tunnel and crashed? Monty Python or whatever?
Yeah, I was trying to pull y'all over. You went down on the tracks.
Right. So you're the one who had no lights on and then ran through the locals on the side of the road and then crashed your car because you were trying to run us off the road on a motorcycle.
My lights were on, and I definitely didn't hit anybody.
But you definitely
Hey,
could
Chief,
have.
We got Mr. Matlock.
Were you not driving on the sidewalk? Fact or fiction?
Attorney, is it okay if I walk him through
I
the
went up on the
mediation?
sidewalk while I was chasing you.
Interesting.
I'll come up and get him when the time is right.
Oh, I'm sorry. What time is it right to have my fucking lawyer present?
Son, I simply wanted to talk to you, all right? Now, here's the
let's hear
kicker,
it.
right? I think this whole thing is being made a lot bigger deal than it really is, particularly by the two of you.
Huh?
Does that make sense?
So we're the ones facing jail time. How are you going to tell us what's a big deal?
But son, you wouldn't be facing, first of all, you wouldn't be facing that much jail time. Secondly, the fines that we're looking at are not that hefty because here's the part that throws me for a loop. As y'all were saying, y'all had not broken the law. And y'all did not break the law until you knew police were around where you intentionally started to break the law.
We saw a police
my
officer
God.
literally eavesdropping on us, and we literally spoke out to him like, "Yo, we
Okay,
said,
but
we
listen,
said,
why are
no,
we
no,
still
no,
having this
no,
conversation
please,
without a lawyer? I really don't
please,
understand.
no. Please let me talk. We asked the officer to identify himself, to show himself, and he starts running. So of course we're gonna be fucking scared. We already suspect one of you guys to be a dirty cop, and it seems like you also believe one of you guys to be dirty, seeing as though you're trying to cut a deal with us for information about it.
Without our lawyer.
Do you
Son.
really don't see why we might be in a situation where we don't want to be seen with a police officer? Are you serious?
Have the two of you been properly Mirandized?
We're on our way back.
No, I have not.
All right, well, you both have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be held against you in the court of law.
We have no idea where
You do not have an attorney, which you do. One will be provided to you. He's upstairs. Mr. Tony, I just saw you on your phone. If you want to come over here, I'm just going to go ahead and, real quick.
I was given the right to use that by Officer Monty.
Did you use it to its fullest?
I said you could make one call to your lawyer.
And he was trying to tell me that he's upstairs and you guys aren't letting him down. So that's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
cool.
I'm sorry. Was I read
Great
my
information
Miranda?
I just got.
Was I read my Miranda rights after I was thrown in prison? That's interesting.
That is, by the way, that is perfectly legal. All that means is that anything you've set up to this point will be thrown out in a court case.
Yeah, this guy got locked in with the.
So we're perfectly clear. Tony, for future reference, the reason your lawyer ain't down here yet is because you were still talking, but I will go up there and grab him for you now. Son, that's what Mirandizing is. You have the right to remain silent. Just say you want a lawyer. I'd walk away, but you're giving me all this good information, and you don't even have to have the lawyer here for it. Son, that's where I'm getting off at. I want us to be able to help each other, son. That's where we're
Did
at.
you look at the photo of the cop that was eavesdropping on us, or did you not do that yet?
I have not gotten it yet. This gentleman over here said he
I'll
had
send
it.
to you right now.
Yes, son, you got the means to send it to me. Go and throw it on over. Then I'll do what I can to take that phone away, so your lawyer will be down here.
I was just had to use my phone one last time. If you want to take it, take it. I sent it to you via the Discord app on my phone. Look familiar?
All right, son, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab your guy. As long as I don't use the information or I say it again. But
I swear, man, every time I try to talk to them, they just start yelling and screaming about stuff that doesn't even make any sense.
that's what I don't understand here. There was drama in this
It's like
chat.
the
I'm hearing about
simplest
drama in
question,
the chat.
and then they just start yelling.
So here's the kicker, Jeb. Right, I'll be up there in a second. I actually got to check this email, see what officer we're looking at. Here's the kicker: they aren't in trouble for anything. They hadn't done anything illegal that we'd seen, and they are confident in that. So why they would freak out over if they would think about it for a second, they would know we literally only have reckless driving and some other minor offenses on call.
And I mean, I know for a fact that they're lying about that because I was parked near them. And then when they all started running, I pulled up into the parking lot and I said, everybody stop. And then they ran. So I turned my lights and sirens on and chased them. And they're trying to say that nobody told them to stop at any point. And then they continued to run from the police. So I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't know why they just keep lying about stuff. If they would just tell us what the hell's going on, they wouldn't even
I'm
be in
gonna look
trouble.
at this picture I got here. Hold on. This picture they got is of an officer who's down in the canal, and he's running, but he does. I don't believe he has a weapon drawn. Let me get another look. Yeah, he's running. There's no weapon drawn, and he's too far out to even be within earshot. It looks like this photo is so far away. I'm not sure it's gonna do him much good.
Alright, dispatch, we have a shirtless man that has just stolen an ambulance. Last seen outside of the hospital, myself and Officer Bear are in pursuit, over.
We need officers on that ASAP.
Hey, Cassidy, what's
Hey, lawyer man, come with me, bud. Your client's downstairs.
Alrighty.
Good to see you, Chief. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. You too, officer. Come with me.
We don't have visual right now, but
Lock the door behind you.
Same shirtless man just stole
Managed to get that license issue figured out. That was pretty good.
Oh, you got it up and running now.
Yeah, they got it up and running. I was able to get that figured out.
Good to hear. It's good to hear.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if civilians couldn't get their licenses. That would be a real bad time.
Yeah, absolutely. Stuck on the stairs a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Mr. Lawyer, sir, I know you work for client officer. If you want to go ahead and step in there, I think they're going to recognize you. Probably going to get yelled at a bit. Mr. Lawyer, sir, I try to work well with everyone.
EMS, are you still,
and I typically don't do this sort of thing, especially with lawyers, because I know who you're working for, and I know your client. So I'm going to lay this deal up for you before you get in there. Your client is upset. And for the life of me, I'm having a really tough time figuring out why. He and his friend in there are facing very minor charges, if any at all, in exchange for some information.
Can you tell me what charges they're possibly facing?
Yeah, so here's the situation, son. We rolled up on them, and there was a group of assorted crime that happened. We had seen 2 or 3 different assortments, and every time they would spot a police, they would vanish and meet up somewhere else. Something like this happened last week. It ended in guns being drawn. It ended in a very hellacious chase. It ended with...
Were there any guns drawn?
All right, in this particular case, son, we'll get to that. I'm explaining to you that last week... This is what it led to. So this week, in a prevention, we were on site for criminals gathering in areas like that. Now, they hadn't broken any law. We weren't arresting them for nothing until they saw the police and they all decided to scatter, all right? Then we got them with reckless driving, we got them with speeding, we got them with evading arrest, all sorts of things like that. But those are all minor charges, so I'm not sure where the commotion is. I was just hoping you could calm your client down a bit because we are willing...
I can definitely try to, but...
Yeah, we are willing to cut a deal here. We are willing to cut a deal here. We are willing to let him off with very minor offenses. I'm just not sure what he's so upset about.
I'm aware with that. Is there any, how shall I say, any reason why they might feel like that towards the police?
No, they claim they were being eavesdropped on, which, like I said, after last week's activities, we definitely had our officers on high alert, but we had not done, like, they had not done anything illegal, so we had no reason to move in on them until they saw us and decided to do a bunch of illegal stuff.
All right, so the issue here, officer, isn't that they did anything illegal until they were avoiding speaking with you all.
I don't know if it was avoidance of speech. You're actually going to have to ask them.
All right, fellas.
What's up?
Let me get this straight. So you all were gathered, minding your own business, and what happened then?
I got a text message. And by the way, I don't give you all the right to look through my phone.
I haven't done that, sir.
That alerted us to the fact that we had some cops that were about to swoop in for whatever reason. Now, obviously, we have no clue what's happening, but we have been eavesdropped on cops now 3 times in one day. So we fucking try to move on.
Officer, I will say that when I first met these two, I was in a vehicle with them, and that was the scenario where one of your officers unlawfully took my license from me, actually. But I can say that these fellas have had a couple run-ins with the cops today.
I've also provided some dash cam footage, or I'm sorry, my lawyer I believe had some dash cam footage. She just
I'm
sent to
looking
you
at the
through,
screens now. If you would give me just a moment, I will actually
Yeah,
take a
go
peek
ahead.
at this here video evidence.
Yeah,
It will show that there is no light, no attempt of communication, nothing at all. Onto us in what way? What does this mean?
I don't even know. Look at, he's right behind us. Thanks for getting that evidence to them, by the way, Matlock. Great job.
How? Why?
No problem.
I don't fucking know, but I'm not stopping for him again.
Okay,
Listen,
now
officer,
son,
I understand. You're
I-
trying to do the.
Yeah, I just want to explain this evidence I just looked at. So these photos are, I'm not gonna lie, they look zoomed in. That officer looks, frankly, too far away enough to yell communication at you in the photos specifically.
Holy shit.
If I'm looking at this video evidence here, you are correct. For the 2 seconds the officer is behind you, there are no lights, there is no communication. However, I would like to point out you would just cross the busy intersection, ran over the sidewalk, and then dipped off illegally into the train system, into the train tunnels, on a motorcycle. That is
So we
all
just
on the
ignore
evidence you have
everything the
provided to
cops
me.
do and
That
only look at gotcha.
this is evidence that I did not have until just now. Now, an officer following you, an officer car being behind your driving vehicle is not illegal, son. So I'm not sure what you're getting at here.
So then how? Wait. So how?
You have to
can
consider the
No, 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 no.
context that we
Listen,
knew.
listen.
Hold on, both of you, officer. You were mentioning something about a deal here, weren't you?
No. There was no deal. There's a direct contradiction. Your other officer over there said that he had his lights on and went into the parking lot telling us to pull over, and that it initiated as him trying to get us to pull over. So how does it go from him trying to get us to pull over to all of a sudden he just magically happens to be driving behind us?
Hold on. Is this other officer Jeb? Is this what we believe?
We have no clue.
Okay, so Jeb, I'm gonna send you this clip, this evidence here, and if you can confirm that that's you, then we kind of have an issue. But if that's not you, we got to find another officer.
Yeah, send it
This is
to me. Let me
Officer
take a look.
Barrow. Cassidy and I are going to be on channel 1 staking out the hospital.
How are you both doing? You both doing good?
No.
All right, let me be a little more specific. They haven't done anything to.
Other than not reading me my Miranda rights until I was already in prison. Nope.
They did not read you your rights.
Not until I was behind this cell.
Son, we read them their rights. I've informed them that
Did you
everything
read
they
them
said.
when they were being detained and brought here?
Right, I've informed them that everything they said up until that point could not be used in a case or a court of law. They are fully aware of that. It is not completely against the law for us to bring them in without having Mirandized them. It's just that everything that they have said can be thrown out.
On North Rockford Drive, heading towards.
All right, as long as we are on the same page here.
Yeah, fully clear on that one. Now, Jeb, I have emailed you the goods. Is that you in that car?
Yes, it is, but you can't. There's like, you look at me for 0.1 second, and I definitely had my lights on, especially after you pulled into the train tunnel illegally. I definitely had my lights and sirens.
You had your lights on in the tunnel, but the initial chase started with no lights on, and you can clearly hear that we did not hear anything.
Listen. I pulled into the parking lot and I said, "Everybody stop." Maybe you didn't hear me because you were pulling away on your motorcycle.
That was the first time we saw any police officer.
But listen, I pulled in and I said, "Everybody stop." Everybody scattered. I pulled out of the store. I saw you pull up onto the sidewalk, which is reckless driving. Then you pulled illegally into a train tunnel, and I turned my lights on and followed you. So tell me what I did wrong.
Yeah, let me bring it back to
no,
just one second.
You tell me what I did wrong.
Tell me again how you started the conversation. Tell me again how you started it.
I said, "Everybody stop."
Why?
All right, and you both tell me exactly what this officer did wrong. All right?
Why?
Tell me right
Jeb,
now that it's not suspicious behavior.
Jeb,
people to be in a parking lot.
Jeb, let the lawyer talk to his clients real quick.
Oscar, Tony, can you tell me what Jeb here did to wrong you, so to speak?
What are you?
Just to
he wrongfully and dangerously and recklessly fucking chased us through a fucking streets and then dangerously through a tunnel.
I don't think Danny's gaslighting.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that was vocalized, just to get everything out of the way. Officer, it seems that there's been some wrongdoing on both sides here. I'm looking to see if we can.
That is absolutely incorrect. I didn't chase them into the train tunnel. They went into the train tunnel to get away from me.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. What does chase mean to you,
sir?
You were pursuing my clients without probable cause.
Probable cause is
nobody
them
available
leaving
for
after
No,
I told
so
them to stop.
But what was the probable cause for you to even come in there and say stop?
The probable
What was
cause
that?
was all the buzz we've been getting for the last bit of afternoon. We have seen known criminals meeting up time and time again. And just like last week, and we all know how last week ended, there was buzz in a very similar fashion. I had my boys on high alert in the same way.
But so what I'm hearing is that we didn't actually do anything. You guys just
Okay.
thought we would, and that makes it okay.
I'm going to say this for the final time. You boys were not in a lick of trouble until you knew that the law was by and decided to break it.
Okay, but here's my issue with that.
If he
okay?
comes up and he says, everybody stop or whatever, you don't necessarily
did
have to
not
listen to
hear
him.
that.
You don't have to listen to him. You can leave, but you can't leave driving away recklessly, son. That's where you're breaking the law. That's where this whole thing starts. You understand where I'm coming from, son?
I honestly don't.
You don't
But-
see
No, I
how
mean, this
breaking the
is
law is
absolute-
breaking the law?
I'm uninformed of which other city in all of the continental United States where they stalk quote unquote known criminals.
I don't understand where the stalking thing is coming from.
I'll tell you
Who
where the
was
stalking begins. 30 seconds before we were in Grove Street, the same cocksucker that I have on camera following us and eavesdropping on us in Grove Street, which I believe, even have dash cam evidence
Tony,
of him
Tony,
talking
is
and
it that guy right
eavesdropping.
there? Tony, is that the officer?
Yes, it is that
All right, you
cocksucker
sit
right
tight.
there.
I'll be sure to get you guys out of here. All right.
Just clarifying.
Officer.
All right.
Officer fucking thinks he's the fucking greatest guy of all time, but in reality can't do shit.
Chief, those pictures were after that officer ran into the canals.
That's correct. So after he was listening, and I have dash cam evidence that will show that he had parked his car behind Grove Street after he listened to us tell him that we
Hey,
were
10-2,
going to
I'm
Grove
in,
Street to meet up
Blaine
with some
County. Can I
friends.
get some
Why?
backup on this?
Very interesting. No clue. Then he
Blaine,
runs away when he
what's your
hears that we
coordinates,
heard someone eavesdropping on us. He runs into the San Andreas
He's
Canal or
on
whatever the fuck,
68,
and then we have
heading
pictures of him
towards
in the canal. Why did he run away? I wonder if it's because he was
near
doing something
Bolingbroke.
illegal, like
Son,
stalking people.
he wasn't doing anything illegal. I literally
why did he
gave
run away?
my officers the order to be discreet. All right.
Oh, okay. So he ran away. I guess I'm just not.
People's backyards.
I don't
know.
understand what officers being near you is doing. Like I don't understand how that's wrong unless you were just planning on breaking the law.
He's existing on other people's property. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Hold on, Tony. Officer, I understand what you're trying to do is to protect the people of the city. I fail to see how a gathering of unrelated individuals gives you probable cause to stalk my clients.
Son, I can't go over this enough
Do
times.
you have anything that ties any of my clients to the spot that you said that you had heard about these criminals gathering at?
Yeah, they were there,
Listen,
son.
This is what happened.
You have evidence
Everyone
that they
was
were
standing
there.
in a parking lot.
Son, you don't want our
I
dash.
just want you to say that out loud and listen to
Son,
yourself.
you don't
I'm
want
talking
our
about two
dash cam
people
footage. It's
existing
going to
in a
incriminate
parking
all of them.
lot.
Now, if you would
I'm
shut
not
up for 2
trying-
seconds, I could tell you exactly what happened. Do you want to listen?
Are you being vocal against my client, sir?
This is what happened. You all were standing in the parking lot and nobody was bothering you. I don't know about this officer over here, but nobody was bothering you.
Dark Wolf, I
The
think it's 7
second
months, by the way.
You
if I
heard
missed it.
some sirens.
Free,
Everyone
appreciate
We
you.
never heard
We-
sirens. You saw the fucking footage. We never heard sirens.
I'm over this, to be honest.
Stop saying
Then
we
As soon
heard
as
sirens.
people are
we
done
can go
yelling,
hard
I'm ready
again.
Then let
to
me
try to
ask
cut
you
a
this
deal and get
then.
him out of here.
Why did you all start running in different directions?
Because I told you already, I have information about the fact that you all have a rat somewhere in your fucking trash police force.
Son, that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. One of the many
I don't
things.
care what you're trying to get to the bottom of. What I'm trying to get to the bottom of is why we're being stalked, and
Now,
then
hold
we can
on-
get to the
hold
bottom
on
of
a
what y'all
second.
want to get to the bottom of.
Officer, you said you were trying to get to the bottom of a rat in your forces,
No, Tony said that.
but you agreed with him.
I agreed that I would like to hear what Tony has to say about that.
Well, here's where the funny part comes in. Perhaps if he mentioned something about, any information you might have regarding any rats in your force, maybe we can see a lighter sentence on any of these charges they're facing.
Frankly, that's all I was looking at in the first place.
All right.
I'm still not okay with the fact that I feel like this entire situation was just handled extremely unprofessionally and borderline illegally.
I'm gonna read it one more time. Based on events that happened last week that ended in multiple shootings, we had an incident where guns were pulled out, another chase. We have seen this before.
Find me the precedent for police stalking individuals who have previously committed crimes. I want to find the precedent.
Okay, but if you're not going to give a name, if you're not going to tell us who was stalking you or why you think they were stalking you,
He's right fucking behind you.
It's this.
I literally
right
gave you
here.
fucking photos. He's right fucking there.
and because he was near you, he's stalking you?
He's not fucking near us. He's stalking us.
Son, you understand there's an extremely gray line between police patrol where we may
You know
happen to
what?
cross
There's an
you.
extremely great line between criminals who oppress criminals and people who are just sitting in a fucking parking lot. But y'all don't seem to appreciate that line.
Yet they run away and immediately become criminals again. And here we are.
So let's talk about the stalker you have in the force.
Just throw me in prison. I'm not having this conversation anymore.
All right.
I don't even give a fuck anymore. Just
Talk
book me.
to your man. Are you trying to cut this deal or are we just sending him away for the max amount?
Now y'all can just deal with the fact that you guys have a fucking rat in your fucking group.
Now,
And
hold
we'll
on,
just
hold
leave it
on.
at that because you clearly have absolutely zero interest in looking at the.
Hold on. Mayor.
Hold on a fucking second.
Mayor, happy to see you.
I don't need a fucking second. Get me out of there.
What are you trying to say?
4,000.
We'll get you processing out of here as soon as possible. I got an important meeting to attend to right now.
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Tony's
we
brother
let him in.
wanted
He's
to
the
speak.
mayor.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't recognize him with that suit. My bad.
You wanted to say something?
Well, I was actually sitting down here for the past like 10 minutes. All the doors were unlocked. Nobody saw me, so I just kind of an eavesdropping on the whole conversation. And
I'm sorry.
Oh, like the police force.
Don't
they
tell
don't
that
have
to
a
them,
problem
sir.
with
They are
that,
gonna
though.
lose it.
They don't have a problem with that.
Listening to us on someone's
Hold on. We had something interesting just come up. My other client here is saying that your cop was in a backyard of someone's property as they were stalking my clients.
Notice how he hasn't spoken.
Do
all right.
any of you
so
own
let
this
me-
property?
Can I ask the question?
Yes, sir, Mayor.
So, Oscar and Tony, your story is that there was a cop that was chasing you guys with no sirens on, right? Just for no reason.
It's not a story. We have evidence.
Can I see the evidence, please?
We provided dash cam footage. If you could send it to, if our lawyer could send it to the mayor here.
I think the chief will be able to handle that. You can handle that, right, chief?
Yeah, I'll get that right over to you, sir.
All right, Mayor. And one of my other clients here said that the cop in question was in a backyard of someone's property, keeping an eye on my clients.
The reason why we knew he was there is because we heard him saying something. I'm assuming he was radioing.
God, I can't stress
or, like,
how extremely
trying to
over
talk to
this I
another
am.
officer or somebody else.
They're looking at extremely minor
giving them
crimes.
an
I'm trying to
update
get
on
a
the
process as
situation.
fast as
After
possible,
that,
but everybody just
we
wants to
then
sit here
said-
and yell.
We heard her voice and we're like, "Yo, who are you? Like, show yourself!" And we're like looking for this guy. We all scattered to look for him, and then that's when Tony's brother. over
The
there found
issue
him running
Bubba's
into the
facing right
canals.
now is that Otaku and Tony believe that if there is any minor infractions at all, that they are free to break any and every law that they want.
I believe that's that might be
aware
I
that,
believe a cross of Amendment 4 of the United States Constitution.
I also overheard.
Officer, you are aware that you cannot record evidence on private property, right?
Did
Correct.
you own the property?
I'd like to just interject here. Wait. Were these men read their Miranda rights?
Nope.
Yes, they were.
They confirmed to me that they were not read their rights until after they had arrived at the station.
Sir, we've gone over this.
Doesn't matter. The chief already explained this.
We've gone over this several times, but I'll explain it one more time. We had not Mirandized them until they were in the cell. That is completely legal, and I made it perfectly clear to them that anything that they said before being Mirandized would be thrown out in the case of a court of law. So we're all kind of aware of that process now. Anything they said beforehand is gone, but it is not illegal to detain and arrest somebody and bring them down into a cell before Mirandizing.
But you are aware of the police exigency hot pursuit policy, right?
Son, go ahead and refresh my memory.
It says here, unless you have probable cause to go into someone's private property, there should be no reason why your cop was on someone's private property, specifically this backyard that my client mentioned, stalking my clients.
As soon as
you know that officer didn't have permission to be there, do you have that?
Do you have a warrant saying he does?
Son, as soon as you get a hold of the owner, he can press all the charges he wants against my officer.
Okay.
Right, but that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying here.
Okay,
I'm
look,
saying,
look.
Did your officer have a warrant? to
Matt's
be on the
always
premises
IRL angry.
at
That's how
that
this
time and
works.
date?
He doesn't need a
Why?
he doesn't
Yes,
need a
he
warrant if the
does.
owner not if the owner of the property lets him on the property.
Then who's the owner?
Have we
What,
confirmed
you
there
only
is
need
an
a
owner of this
warrant
property?
if you need a warrant, but if you go to someone's house and say, "Can I stand in your backyard?" and they
All
say,
right,
"Yes,"
so let's
you
ask
don't
the
need
guy.
a
Let's let
warrant
him
for
speak
that.
for once. Did you do that, Officer Jomar?
What was that?
Did you ask for permission from the local owner of that
Come here.
property if you had permission to park your vehicle on their property?
Because if not, then you were.
You there, sir?
You were.
Sorry,
yes.
sorry. Hate to interrupt. Trying to get hold of this one right here, not Jeb. This fella. Son, can you hear me?
Ryan?
All right, he's gone. Never mind. Pardon my interruption.
All right. Well,
right.
basically, if you did not have a warrant to be on that property at the time, and you did not have permission by the owner of that property, there was no reason for you to be there.
I believe
We're assuming there is an
Matlock,
owner of
I
that
think you
property.
just sent the evidence over to Bubba T Law, the second evidence of Officer Cocksucker listening in on conversations illegally. Yep.
Is that so?
Do you know the owner of that property? Do you know if there's an owner of that
Do
property?
you know the owner of the property? Because I bet you don't.
Son,
I don't even know
I'm willing to
if
bet.
there's an owner of that
Hold on, Bubba.
Officer, I need to make
Yeah, we
something
gotta.
very
This
clear.
is ridiculous.
I need to make something very fucking clear here. Unless the police have a warrant or have been granted permission to be on that private property.
Good lord, what a train wreck, sir.
There was no reason to be there because that was
Honestly,
not public
it's just
property.
such a headache. Let's just here. This is fine. Just whisper.
We could be here for another half hour. 'Cause let's just say that whole warrant claim is correct. There's about 70 other counts that doesn't like exude all of the illegal activities they committed. So it's a whole mess right now, Mayor.
It does not also exude that cop did chase them with no sirens on. The footage does kind of show him just.
All right,
just
so
stalking them.
abundantly, I need to run it by the cop again. But or I need to ask the cop again to get for sure confirmation on this. But there's two things. Number one, the chase was in the process of beginning, and he was just getting behind them. And according to him, his lights were on by the time they got into the tunnel, and it's because they went to the tunnel that the chase didn't exist until they went to the tunnel. He had reason to follow him because they drove over the sidewalk, which is shown in the dash cam footage. And then as he began to follow them, he flipped his lights on after they go into the tunnel because they just drove a vehicle in an illegal area falling into the train tunnel, which is dangerous to not only themselves, but anyone who may be in or around the train at that time. But that's my first point. Secondly, I'm a little upset this is drug out so long because I'm not going to lie. They hadn't done anything wrong. We heard commotions. You were here last week. I was here last week. Gas station incidents. We had commotions of very similar activities. And about the third time, they all decided they hadn't done anything wrong. They weren't going to be arrested. If we had sat there and seen their little, crime circle that they were doing and nothing was happening, we were going to disperse. But as soon as one of them ratted him out, the other one in the loan cell over there, said that they got a text message tipping off like, hey, the cops are coming. And even though, according to them, they had done nothing illegal, they decided that it was time to break the law because they knew the cops were nearby. And we're only getting them for minor offenses. It's reckless driving, it's speeding, it's evading arrest. It's very minimal stuff like this. So I figured we'd be in and out of here in 5 minutes, but they are hell-bent on going the other way.
All right. So, if I were to make an executive decision to just let these boys go and just push some more funding, I'll pay the charges, I'll pay off all their fines straight out of my pocket, and we just let you guys get back to your job. How does that feel?
Here's my issue, Mayor. They know, allegedly, that there is a rat in our system. That's allegedly why they kept scattering before my boys even got zoned in on them. Say what?
Said let me talk to them about that.
So here's the deal. I wanted to give them basically nothing. I wanted to give them, and I haven't even got the chance to say this to them yet because they've been screaming the whole time, but I want to give them basically no jail time, a very, very minor slap on the wrist fine in exchange for any information about this rat. That's what I've been trying to get out the whole time, but it ain't been happening. Officer, you are not needed up here. You can go back upstairs.
All right, so I'm gonna tell them to shut up and let you get it out. All right.
So that's no, because they're not gonna want to hear it from me. I think at this point they would rather take the jail time because that's what I was bringing down on them at first. If we can do this the minor way, get them a small fine, get them out of here in exchange for submission, that's all I wanted. But they were starting to say that they would rather just take hefty jail time by the end. And if I run this by them, they're gonna want to take the hefty jail time. I think if you say it, they might go with my way.
Okay, so what do you want to give them?
I want to give them very minor fines. I'm talking like 2. Excuse me, sir. I'm talking with the mayor.
I'm sorry. Something unprecedented came up. It apparently came to pass that your police officers acquired the evidence needed to have probable cause illegally. because your officer went to private property without a warrant and without permission of the property
Son,
owner.
the
to
only
get
probable cause, the only probable cause we had in the first place, other than phone calls and tips from around the city, was when they all scattered. So I don't know why we needed probable cause to be patrolling well-known crime areas in the first place. That's what's confusing to me.
Here's the issue, officer. We're not arguing the supposed criminal meetup that you've been talking about. We are talking about having police officers on my clients.
Right. So here's the issue, son.
I've
Even if we run through the
I've
books,
been
even if
told-
we do everything, and we find out that the cops were in the wrong, and that we shouldn't have been in that backyard, there's still so many problems that can be brought down. There's still so many laws that can be brought down on your clients that it's a minor issue that would take a long time to solve, and not get a lot done. If you let me, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. But if you let me finish my conversation with the mayor here, we might be able to get everybody out of here as fast as possible and back to living our lives.
All right, I just need to let you know that this officer here, Jeb, you said your name was, he just confirmed to me and multiple witnesses in the prison that he did go to that property that you said that criminal gathering happened without a warrant or permission. So continue on.
Yeah,
That is not at all what happened. That man's stupid as shit, man.
He's a lawyer, Jeb. It might be best if you go back. Do we have an officer in there right now?
Yeah, there's an officer in there. I'm just trying, man. I'm honestly,
No.
I'm getting tired of all this. I'm trying to figure out how the hell we can get out of here.
Jeb, if you want to go ahead and head back up on patrol, I'm gonna try to take care of this as fast as possible.
All right, I'm good to go back out on patrol then.
Yeah, have at it. I'll hit you on the radio if I need you. I am 10-8. I'm 10-7 right now, so if anybody needs me, I'm not on comms.
Okay.
But yeah, get back out there.
So what are we thinking?
See what we're dealing with here, Mayor.
I know it's a lot. I just wanted to be over, you know.
Yeah. So I would go in there. If you make the offer, I'll stand back, say, hey, you got any info on this rat you can give? We're gonna get you out of here ASAP, minimal fines, and then that's all I ever wanted in the first place. But they've just been so dang angry. I think.
And I understand. You got
If I had a guess, Mayor, just to throw it out there, it's nothing concrete, but if I had a guess, they were very clearly trying to do something illegal, and they were very clearly upset that the cops were on to them trying to do something illegal. And now that they haven't got to done did do it, they are mad upset about it.
Unless he had a warrant or he was given permission by the people who own that specific.
But yeah, if you want to go in there and give them what I've told you, that's the best case scenario for all of us. If not, I'm gonna have to. I won't hit him with heavy fines, but I might have to send him to Bolingbrook for some months.
Can I clear the room? Talk privately
I'm
with
so
them.
glad.
Just me and them.
I'm
That's
so
okay.
glad you
With
asked.
them, yeah, go at it.
PNC Hot Pursuit.
I could still hear Matt yelling.
Okay.
I'm a bit lost. This one?
Addy, you're fucking high. I don't know how you're still slamming that in here, but let's get a couple things clear. Number one, there are a couple of very minor things that my police officers have done that I would say have done maybe incorrectly. But there are none of the things they've done have absolved Otaku and Tony from their illegal doings, right? So that's what I don't understand, frame one. And then number two, my officers are very new. 110%. This server doesn't happen without us. 100,000%. This server can't happen without us. Okay? You guys want to know I'm police chief? I want to be in my head for a minute, son. So if you speak, I might not answer.
Yeah, good shit.
You guys want to know I'm police chief? I wanted a cop character. I did not want to be police chief. You guys want to know I'm police chief? Because nobody else in our entire TSRP history has ever been a cop or
So
played a
how's your
cop on a
day been?
TSRP server.
All right. See you later, bud.
Nobody else is going to do it, all right? So here I am at police chief, and here's everybody else who signed up who has zero experience so far. And we've given them training off the books, but this is the live training we're getting for the first couple weeks. Okay?
All right.
So on one hand, no, I don't think anything my officers have done is that bad, and nothing they do would absolve Otaku
Have
or
any,
Tony from all the
interesting
illegal shit they did,
calls
right?
to go on?
But number two, we are literally all, me included, baby brand new. Literally every single one of us. And goddamn, we are doing our best. Coyote, I think I remember your application. You should have gotten an acceptance. I should have sent you, it should be in your emails, Coyote. But that, I saw somebody, when I was VOD watching week 1, somebody came in my chat and said, wow, your guys should have watched an episode or two of Cops. It's like, all that guy had done is sit there and complain in the fucking Discord up until that point. Whew, Tony
that's
sent
where I'm
me
getting a
some
little
new
bit of
evidence.
clarity here.
All right, I'm outside my head, son.
All right, how you doing, Chief?
Oh my God, what a world. I mean, you know, I kind of told you on the way in. I kind of wanted this to be processed and done within 5 minutes. Maybe we have some info on this police rat, and then we're good to go. But this is a whole. I didn't want all this.
Yeah, you gotta understand though. My client Otaku Oscar, he's got a rep to keep up. You know, good influence for the city, that sort of deal.
Now, is Otaku or Tony your client? Or are they both?
They both are my clients, and the third individual in there, he's also my client. As a defense attorney, I'm trying to build up my clientele as quick as I can.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, son. He's the one I wish I could question a little bit more. I had him in the car for a while. He gave me some pretty solid info. That's how I learned about tip-offs and things like that. But what can you remember? Can you remind me his name again? The one on the third one starts with a Y. He told it to me.
Bubba.
Yes, sir. Do you want to talk privately?
No, Oscar would like to express something to you on a miscommunication on his end. If you want to come back.
Okay. Not gonna lie, Mary, I'm a little worried.
There was a bit of a he's calm. There's a bit of a miscommunication on arguments on both sides. So
all right.
He'd like to speak to you.
Bubba.
Hello, gentlemen.
I wanted to talk to you because I want to just alleviate this bad blood. Because if there's anything that I can say, it's that out of all the police officers, I do not have respect for a lot of them, but you are one that seems to care about your job. What I wanted to express is that I think the argument that came about prior was one that was out of pure misunderstanding and miscommunication. So I see your point. Your point was that technically Tony and I committed a crime by evading the cops, or whatever you said, and I see you fighting for that point. What we were fighting for was something entirely different. So I think the argument stemmed from us treating it as the same case, but it's two different cases. There's the case of
y'all felt like you were being hounded by the cops, like you didn't get a minute to breathe. Okay. I feel like I understand that, right? Am I off base here?
Gross understatement, but
it wasn't only that; it was also the fact that with the police officer that was eavesdropping on us having the photos of that. But I understand that these are two separate situations. I didn't see it at the time that you were trying to treat them as such. To me, it felt like, oh yeah, all of our officers did this, but you guys ran over a curb, so get arrested. That's what it felt like. But I understand now where you were coming from. I wanted to express an apology for getting heated, but I mean, given the circumstances,
I think there's definitely a middle ground here. Nothing. I believe that in this particular case, given the evidence and given what happened, I don't think that anything that my officers have done would alleviate or absolve the crimes that y'all committed. On the flip side, none of the crimes y'all committed or may have been thinking of committing makes it okay for my officers to do things like going across property and all that stuff discussed prior. I think we kind of all agree on that.
I agree on that.
Yep.
So what's the issue here, boys? Did the mayor lay down the deal with you, or how are we feeling about all this?
Yeah, the mayor laid down the deal, and we're willing to pay the fine, accept the charges, and get on out of here.
All right. So did the deal get ran by you for possibly exposing that rat Tony kept bringing up, or are we just going with fines and charges?
What's the deal if we expose the rat?
We can cut the sentencing down to nothing, and I can give you a very slap on the wrist fine. This whole process can be very easy. Y'all been in here long enough anyway.
That's not what we heard. We heard that was the deal regardless.
Yeah, we heard that was the deal. If for not giving up a rat, that was just the normal.
I didn't get to that part because you wanted to apologize. So
okay.
If not, we can do charges, but I feel bad because you boys done been locked up here so damn long. Like, you'd probably be looking at I don't know, maybe 15 months down there, and then we'd be looking for the fines. But it's going to take me a minute to go over there and calculate everything all at once.
You know what? I'll take the charges because I have no reason to tell you guys, who the rat is. I'll just keep getting the information when you guys are going to pull us over for sitting in a parking lot. Sound good?
Well, son, if it's going to turn into one of these every time, you're probably looking at less time if you give us the rat than if you keep the tip off. Because, I mean, how long we've been out here still? 45 minutes or something like that, you know what I mean?
I mean, I just don't understand why. So you're telling me if I give you the rat, then you guys are going to suddenly stop stalking us?
Son, I'm telling you, it's going to help quite a bit.
You good over there, Barrow?
Yeah, I'll just take the 15 months in the charges.
I'll take it. I just don't.
All right, so I'm going to be a minute for me to run these numbers, calculate everything up real quick.
Okay.
I'll be down at the place to get you guys out. All right.
Appreciate you.
Sounds good.
What about you, son? Are you aware who this rat is?
No.
No, nothing. You weren't the one that got a text message or nothing.
And
It wasn't on
perhaps
my
we can
phone,
start building
so-
a case against these guys. You know what I'm saying?
They're not gonna do anything. There's just literally no point. This
Am
whole
I gonna
fucking
get
police
any
force is just
leniency
corrupt.
for cooperating?
That's why we
after
got to
the
take
fact?
this
Well,
to court.
son, I
You know what
might
I'm
give you a
saying?
little bit, but I'm not gonna lie. The main thing we were going after was who this rat was. So, tell you what, I'll chop a little bit off though. You were once we got you out, once we got you in the car, you were very straight with me. I appreciate
just
that.
make sure you
If you find a way to do that, that'd be fantastic.
don't worry. We're not gonna let this slide. Your guys are gonna.
Jay, can you come over here with me?
Settle
For a minute?
down.
Paying me for a reason, so.
Bubba,
Yes, sir.
don't you feel like 15 months is kind of harsh?
You're right. Make it 30.
Tony, please.
Mayor,
That's
do we
not
need
in
any
your-
more?
That's not in your best interest to say.
I don't give a fuck about it.
We might need to prep for psychic evaluation.
Jay, would
for
you come with
the
me?
As your
ambulance
defense,
thief over there.
as your defense attorney, I just
Stand by.
want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Good day, Mr. Mayor.
No, keeping info's a play here at this point.
That's right. Be well.
You're not counting in the part.
You know, we tried our best in this situation. I think it was a case of stuff got too heated too fast and never really got a chance to cool off enough for something to be struck.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
Jay, can you help me file up a report here on we're gonna look at Otaku, Oscar, and Tony first.
Okay.
All right, I'll just.
Were you at the scene when all that went down?
In the future.
I was
unless
not.
they've
I was
got
working
their,
the hospital
sirens
case.
blazing,
Okay.
there's no-
I will give you the lowdown if you want to do me a favor and pull the report out. We can start with Tony. Tony was the driver. We got him for reckless driving, speeding, evading arrest. I don't know if there's a law specifically against going in the train tunnels or going,
Alright,
you know.
hold on.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm here.
Find me a time where criminals
All right, start over. What do we have?
All right, reckless driving.
would then start by police officers because they may or may
And for add in there assault of a police officer because he just punched me in the face twice.
Who was that?
The ambulance
He's
thief.
talking about the hospital guy.
Oh, that's different.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Are you talking about Oscar?
No, get back in there, Cassie. We're handling a different case right now.
Working him over.
Got a fucking felony, had cops
keep
on them
trying to
just
get him
because
to
they had a
talk.
felony, you know, that seems a little.
All right, after
sus
reckless.
if you ask me.
All right, we got him for speeding.
You know, you did your time. There's no reason to be stalked over it.
Big speed, low speed.
They were over the speed limit. It wasn't anything crazy.
Alrighty.
Give me 1 second.
That's how they react when somebody assaults an officer. But I don't know, we got 33 and a 30. Walk past a red light.
Hey, we got a guy OOC typing shit like ACAB and shit like that.
A cop arrested me without asking my ID and jammed me in the procedure ACAB.
Absolutely not what OOC's for.
Yeah. Hold on. What's his name?
I'm gonna get back to this real quick. Sorry about that, son. All right, they went into. I don't know if there's anything for driving off road or taking a vehicle illegally, but they went into a train tunnel. I don't know if we have a specific law against that.
Stand by.
Sorry to bother you with all this. I know you're gonna be a lot faster at it than me, and those boys have been down here for way too long already.
How dare they? This is unlawful detain
I got driving on the wrong side of the road. How about that?
Yeah, we'll chalk that one up. That one works. They were on the sidewalk. They were all over the place. And then evade and arrest. If we don't have that one down.
The cops are corrupt. We must rise up against them.
And that's Tony. So here's the kicker, right?
Doesn't look like there's anything in the tablet for that one. We might just have to tack it onto the report.
Yeah. Just no. Anything you got like that, put it on the report and take from the law book. Tack on in the tablet whatever you have to tack on, but then we'll just write it all out in the report. That's what we'll keep the real stuff at.
Listen, officers, what I need.
And this was Tony.
What I need.
Yeah, this was Tony. So Otaku Oscar was actually sitting in the passenger seat. I don't know if there's anything on him necessarily. He was simply in the car. He didn't get kidnapped. He was along for the ride. He was an accomplice, if you will. But I don't know what necessarily he would have done. I can imagine his charges might not be as much as Tony's, but I'm not sure on that one.
If he's simply along for the
That is not-
ride. I don't know if we have accomplice for any of these.
They're already
Unless you
being
want to do.
they're already being held and they are getting processed. So
Did he also evade arrest, or was he just in the car?
No, the problem is that once they crashed and he wrecked, he flew out of the vehicle and then needed EMS response. He never actually got the chance to evade.
officer, I'm just trying to
Yeah,
get
I'm
my
not sure what we
clients
can pin
in
on
and out
Oscar
as
then.
quick as I can.
All right, we can leave that as is. And then the third gentleman was also it's same stuff. He was actually going insanely fast, crazy high speeds on his motorcycle. For the third gentleman, his name starts with a Y. Might have to go in there and ask him his name again. Crazy fast speeds, evading arrest and reckless driving for him. And I was gonna tack off one of those because he was pretty cooperative.
Know why my clients seem to have this recurring issue with your force.
Alright, sorry, one more time on that last guy.
They told me that they were hanging